So remember in 1999, Mike Ditka traded every Saints draft pick, plus a few more in the following years, just to get Ricky Williams? He sent all those picks to Washington, but before they accepted, Ditka dangled even more in front of Cincinnati. Somehow it wasn't enough for the Bengals, who decided they had to have Akili Smith instead. It went poorly for everyone involved. Ditka was laughed out of town, and we all forgot that the Bengals may have screwed this up even more than anyone else. But what if they'd accepted? How much would actually change? Okay, so Cincinnati finished the 1997 season with a 7-9 record, but had a defense that ranked near the bottom of the league in every meaningful category. They followed that up with a 3-13 campaign, boasting an even worse defense, despite rookie Takeo Spike's best efforts. So when they earned the 3rd overall pick, they were in deep enough shit that just one player couldn't pull them out. Meanwhile, you got Ditka offering every draft pick he has that year, plus first rounders in 2000, 2001, and a second in 2002. Because why the hell not? Y2K is just around the corner. Maybe none of this will matter and we'll all be dead. So the Bengals think about it, they accept, and the Saints pat themselves on the back for drafting Ricky Williams. Cincinnati now has the 12th pick in the draft. They still land one of their coveted QBs in Cade McNown, a guy that they, no joke, didn't expect to last that long. And look, I know, Cade McNown, whatever, not the sexiest pick, but it gets better from here, I promise. I just needed a convenient place to let you know that Cade dated multiple Playboy Playmate of the Years, and Hugh Hefner himself banned him from the Playboy Mansion. Seriously, that's all true. So with their own picks plus the Saints haul, they start putting together a defense that coordinator Dick LeBeau can actually do something with. They double up at positions, create competition within the team, and use their 13 picks to build for the future. With the next 2 drafts, the dynasty starts to take shape, and it's all possible because down in the Big Easy, things weren't good. Ricky failed to crack 900 yards rushing. He was only able to suit up for 12 games. And thanks to Ditka, the Saints had to fill out their roster by signing 27 free agents. After going 3-13 in the 1999 season, Ditka and the GM were fired. For the Bengals, that New Orleans first rounder becomes the 2nd pick in the 2000 draft. They land LeVar Arrington, who can immediately make Takeo Spikes' life even easier. And while their original first rounder, wide receiver Peter Warrick, won't completely take over as expected, he'll get some help in the 2001 draft. With their original picks, they take Justin Smith in the 1st, Chad Johnson in the 2nd, Rudy Johnson in the 4th, TJ Hushmanzada in the 7th. And with that final Saints first rounder, they snag a QB at 22, who was playing college ball just 3 hours outside Cincinnati. A shorter than average Purdue Boilermaker by the name of Drew Brees. See, despite taking Playboy Cade 12th overall just 2 years before, the Bengals were already talking to Brees ahead of the draft as the potential 4th overall pick, so getting him at 22 is a pleasant surprise. Recently promoted head coach Dick LeBeau finally has the talent to be a force on both sides of the ball. And in 2005, it all comes together. The Bengals pull off their first season with a winning record, playoff berth, and division title since 1990. For wildcard weekend, they faced division rival Pittsburgh, who crept into the playoffs thanks to a defense led by coordinator Marvin Lewis. Brees and company put on a show, ending the Steelers' hunt for a 5th Super Bowl. Instead, Pittsburgh and their fans get to watch the breezy Bengals cruise through the playoffs. They bounce Peyton and his Colts, then the Jake Plummer-led Broncos, and wrap it up by knocking off Seattle to take home the franchise's first Lombardi trophy. But they're just getting started. They've had a taste of victory. It's so much better than that Cincinnati trash chili. The players recognize they're part of something special. Everyone sticks around. Cincinnati becomes a destination for top talent chasing Super Bowls. The city's thriving. Chad Johnson never needs another last name. It's beautiful. And it's maddening because Cincinnati couldn't have nice things. All of this was well within grasp, but their grubby mitts had to have Akili Smith. In return, he gave them 6 total touchdowns and 13 interceptions in 22 games. Some would call this bad, but it led them to Carson Palmer, which went a little better, right? It also let Marvin Lewis happen, so sorry. The Saints shipped Ricky off to Miami, and Ditka had to sell his restaurant in New Orleans after a year, fully cementing his Louisiana legend of failure. But hey, at least we got this stupid photo. Thanks for watching If Then. What we're trying to do is take this moment in sports that didn't actually happen, but use history and logic to piece together how we think it would most likely go down. I probably got it all wrong though, so go to the comments, let me know how do you think it would actually go, and subscribe to SB Nation for more.